The crowd has been waiting for this one for a very long time. Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's King Rye, Ryan Garcia. 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighed in at 129 pounds. King Rye, there can only be one, Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell, they're off.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Rye, Ryan Garcia. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous three-division champion of the world, Vasily Lomachenko.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Through the hook, didn't land. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The straight right just misses. And he misses with that jab. Counter punches have to hurt. There is not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Nice counter shot. Straight right just misses. They threw the hook, it didn't land. The perfect counter lands. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this...
Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round one. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? Nice counter. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Started out Garcia in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Great work. I love that. I love that.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
The straight right just misses. Nobody home with that hook. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
Outside fighters create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Nice counter shot. That's another scoring shot. And that hook misses. Caution being thrown to the wind. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. When you're at such a reach disadvantage, you've got to find a way to work on the inside.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. They've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That one lands. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Good counter punch. Can't land that jab. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Good round. I like that. I'm happy.
Let's get it started in round three. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. Game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. That counter shot lands. It's all offense all the time. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Punch, counter punch. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter punch caught him clean. And that left hook doesn't find its target. He threw a punch and just got countered. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Missing with the hook. Good counter punching. Nice exchange here from both men. And there's no doubt about it as we see it again. That body shot did them in.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
Talk about Garcia in that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
Unbelievable.
Breathe. I need us to focus on it.
Here we go to the fourth round. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about one.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. I want to think of holding on here for a minute. They exchange punches. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Lomachenko is buzzed. How did they not go down?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Lomachenko in trouble. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the...
Why they win this round? They had everything.
back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
So you get him in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Holding nothing back here in the round. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Misses with the straight left. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He got out of the way of that right hook. A perfect counter shot. Got out of the way of that right hook. That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? And the referee will allow this to continue. A very... Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right.
Right.
Let's start the 6th. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Good defense there to stop that hook. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Nice counter punch. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, He'll close you down.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. Oh, right there. Uh-oh, Lomachenko just got rocked. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
That right hook catching air. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Get your focus back, get that jab back. Just pop.
Good work. That's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back.
Go back and win the round. All right? It's only one round that you've lost.
Here comes round 7. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
His stamina is off the charts. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. Punch, counter punch. Punch is beginning to take its toll. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? He misses with that straight left. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Feel good? Good, man.
Round 8, and we're off again. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
And he scores with the counter. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? And he will stop the fight.
This should have been stopped at the beginning of the round.
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage victory. How do you rate the performance?
What's next? A TKO makes it so confusing because you think, what would have happened if the fight had carried on? These guys are going to have to do it all over again.